What's up, everyone? We will be starting in just a minute or two. Just waiting for some people to get in here, so I don't have to repeat anything. Tyler, I hope you do get free Wi-Fi. This might be a good stream. Or it might be a horrible stream. I'll do some Q&A at the end. This is going to be market analysis first, and then Q&A at the end. I'll probably start about a minute from now. Like I said, just waiting for everyone to get in here. If you are in here, smash that like button. It helps more people find the stream. Top ICOs. I'll talk about some ICOs at the end. There's a few that I'm in right now. But I haven't gotten any new ones in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I'm looking at Acropolis. All right, let's get started over here. So, you know, market's looking decent. I hope that we get some sideways action on Bitcoin. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm going to tell you exactly what I think is about to go on right now. Let me add in a 200-day moving average right here. Yeah, Cred hasn't had a video yet today, so, you know, I have nothing to steal my Bitcoin information from. So I'm just going to have to go from me. Mic is too loud. How's that? Does it sound better? Sounds better, hopefully. Let me know if the sound's still bad in chat. So I see something really good going on. I don't care if I sound like a robot. I am a robot. People think I'm from the future. I'm a robot. What's up, Crypto Cred? Good to see you in here. You know, if anything I say is against your Bitcoin analysis, you let me know because you're my guy. So I'm going to hide the EMAs, and I noticed that we're about to do a crossover soon of the 50 and the 200 moving average. That's called a golden cross. Just to show you guys what that could mean, the last time we did a golden cross was at 4,200. So, you know, the last time we had the EMA crossover, or just regular moving average crossover, this is the 50 and 200. This is something people use in the traditional stock market. It's a pretty good indicator. So, 50-200 crossover, the last one was October of 2017. Obviously, we ran all the way up. We're not focused on selling the top. We should have gotten out on this other crossover. Obviously, we didn't dump in time because, you know, we were so excited that we just made some crazy gains. So, you know, this is the first moving average crossover that we could have since October, and the last one had about a 400% gain on Bitcoin. So this is something to definitely look out for. If you can't see it on my screen too well, let me make it a little bit thicker so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll even make this one red. You know, in the 50 and 200-day moving average crossover is just an indicator that we're going from a bear phase to a bull phase. Didn't you say you stopped to do TA on BTC a while ago? I mean, this isn't really TA. This is like common sense. There's a difference between using a bunch of indicators and drawing a bunch of levels versus just opening a chart and looking at it and telling you what I see. I really wouldn't even consider this TA. This is common sense. And so something that I'm looking for is a retest of this level before we continue to break out, which just happens to be exactly where the 200-day moving average is. How crazy. So, you know, my personal prediction right now, maybe two bear days. Expect to see some movement in altcoins, and we retest 10,000 before we make our next move. The next move, you know, somewhere around 11.8 to 12,000, I think. Maybe a little bit higher, but like I said, I am really just watching for this crossover right here. Flood actually pointed it out to me. So, you know, never think that I'm actually finding these things on Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin really, but I feel obligated to educate you guys and give you guys the input that I'm following. So, quick review for anyone who just got in. Bitcoin, we think it's going to retest 10,000, 9,900. We're waiting for the crossover of the 50 and 200-day moving average. Last crossover back here was October 2nd, and it was at 4,200. So every time we have this golden cross, it's a really bullish sign, and we can look for some pretty good gains on it. So that is my Bitcoin market analysis. Let's get into the rest of the altcoin market, starting off with Ethereum. I was telling you guys the other day, I really don't like the way Ethereum looks. If we go in between the Ethereum and Bitcoin charts, oh wait, I want one day. If we go in between the Ethereum Bitcoin charts, so you know, you're looking Ethereum, Bitcoin. Come on, you can load. I don't know why it's not loading. Did my stream freeze? Or just Coinigy? Is everything down? Huh, Coinigy froze for some reason. Is my stream still on? It's just Coinigy freezing? Well, I guess then we'll have to do this old school with CoinMarketCap. You're getting what you deserve for using Coinigy. You want me to show you something, Cred? Look, I have a TradingView account too. Wow, look at me. I'm paying for 2 accounts. Just kidding, I have the free trial on both. Anyways, though, so I'll go to this for Cred. You know, I hate TradingView just because I've been using Coinigy, but obviously someone's DDoSing me. Won't even X out. There we go. All right, so TradingView. I'll even do something cool. Look, I can do this 2 chart thing on TradingView. So I hope you guys are happy. All right, let's go to Bitcoin USD, the daily. So what I'm worried about with Ethereum is it kind of looks like it is right here where Bitcoin is before this crazy drop. And, you know, I'm not really interested in that. It had the same crossovers right here where the 50, or sorry, the champ, thanks, Cred. You know, it's just having some things that it's just showing some of the really similar signs to what Bitcoin just did before it dumped really hard. If we look at ETH versus BTC, I actually haven't looked at this yet today, so we'll see what we think. You know, the ETH versus BTC chart, really not looking strong in my opinion either. You know, I wouldn't be buying this here. We're getting a crossover of the 50 and the 200 in a bad way. I know this is an EMA, but I'm not going to pull up the regular MA. I'm sure it's very close. Oh, I do have a moving average up. So moving average is not crossing over, but I really don't like the look of this chart at all. It looks like it's about to tank. ICOs are not being listed well. There's not really a lot of ICOs being hyped up right now. Like, we just hit the last really big ICO cycle. I'm bearish on ETH now. So, you know, bullish in the short to midterm on Bitcoin. You know, I think a few more down days, we retest that support, and then we see the next wave. Ethereum, I'm not too bullish on. But most importantly, how are we feeling about our altcoins? I did a lot of research yesterday. I have some new coins to talk about with you guys. And then I have a list of coins that I still need to look up. Lakeith Sean Trey McDonald. I'm glad that my eyebrows are looking good again today. How many Elliott waves until ETH goes to 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so Cred, we're in an ABC correction right now. You know, A, B, C. We're going to go down. But anyways, let's get into some of my new picks. Wait, what? I meant to go to CoinMarketCap. I think Bitcoin will go sideways a little bit. I don't know how long, but I'm not really expecting a crazy breakout. I think that we have maybe the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think we're going to see a decent run in the altcoin market, unless Bitcoin doesn't bounce off that support at 9,900. I think we're going to see a pretty big run of altcoins. My new favorite one, you guys have already heard me mention a little bit. I posted a full review of Polymath and Key yesterday in the Gem Club. If you're not in the Gem Club, it's free. There's a link on my Twitter profile. And so I want to talk about Polymath because I think it is going to be one of the bigger coins this year. I'm also going to do a video about it later. Probably post that tonight, so I don't want to talk too much about it, but I just want to talk a little bit about what they're trying to do, and then I'll have a more in-depth analysis in my video tonight. But so basically the big problem with ICOs right now is that a lot of the ICOs coming out right now are actually securities, and it's illegal to sell a security, especially in the US, without registering it. And they do this just to protect people that are investing. And so what Polymath is trying to do is allow security token offerings. And security token offerings would be different than a traditional ICO. That would be a utility token offering. If you want to know the difference between a security and a utility, I can break it down really easy for you. Utility is like buying a software license. You know, when you're using a utility token, you're like buying the token to actually use the platform. When you're buying a security, you're basically investing in something that you think you're going to make more money on. That's kind of speculative in a sense. So a lot of these ICOs that are coming out without working products, they are actually securities, and that's why you can't buy them in the US. And so securities can actually be purchased by accredited investors and traded on secondary markets by accredited investors. So Polymath is going to be offering the first solution, first of all, for you to do a security token offering. And this means that like you could offer a token as an investment fund. Like if I made a hedge fund, you know, right now there's people that are like, oh, you buy this coin in the ICO and you get equity in my hedge fund. That's actually really legal and not how it works. But so with a security, you could actually make a hedge fund and sell equity in the form of security tokens. So we're going to see things like funds, real estate, and just different things are going to be legally offered as security tokens rather than an initial coin offering, which will be used for utility tokens. Utility tokens you typically see in a working platform or a protocol. So this is the first one that I looked at. Like I said, full review in my group. I see people writing in the comments. I'm gonna do Q&A later. Sally, good to see you in here. Mpov, also good to see you in here. The second one that I've been looking at is Key. And, you know, these are both coins that I'm invested in. I read the white paper. I have to say it, none of this is financial advice. This is all my own opinion based on my research. And so the really cool thing about Selfkey is it's one of those identity platforms. There's a lot of them coming out right now. But they are really standing out from other platforms in a few ways. The first thing, though, before I get into it, main reason why I looked at Key first is because compared to Civic and compared to the Key, it has much lower market cap. I think the Key market cap right now is around 70 million. And so, you know, they're all trying to solve this identity problem where we live in the modern age. You know, we're on the internet all the time, but as far as identifying ourselves, we still use paper documents, and paper documents are really easy to forge, and on top of that, they're really easy to lose. And so all these companies are trying to bring your identity onto the blockchain, which can be helpful in multiple ways. The first one is obviously like you can prove your identity anywhere. What's up, Flood? Good to see you in here too. So you can prove your identity anywhere, just because it's going to literally be on the blockchain, stored securely and accessible to anyone. That's a rough overview, but what Selfkey is doing that really differentiates them from Civic and the Key, and the main reason that I chose to invest in Selfkey over the other two, is their wallet is going to be fully integrated with ERC20 tokens, and they're going to have ERC20 exchange in there. I just posted the article recently about how they partnered up with Kyber Network. Kyber Network is a decentralized ERC20 exchange, and so Selfkey is going to have a full exchange integrated into their wallet. On top of that, you're going to be able to do one tap, send your KYC and Ethereum to an ICO. You know, these identity programs are just going to make investing in crypto so much easier, because once you do the KYC once with Selfkey, that's it. It's stored. They don't keep the information like available for everyone. Behind Selfkey is a nonprofit foundation that will never sell your data. And so the more times you use Selfkey and the more different types of documents you use to verify on Selfkey, the better, I guess you could say, the better your identity is on the network. And so one of the cool things about having your identity stored this way is kind of like Facebook, where they mine all your data. So Facebook mines your data, and other sites do too, but then they just end up selling it. Selfkey, since it's a nonprofit foundation, they'll never sell your data. But since they have all this data, they can segment it. And so, you know, it's even more secure. Like if I went into a liquor store, I could prove that I'm 21 with this technology without showing them my full ID. Or like, say I'm signing up for something and they need to verify that it's my email. Like, they can verify my email without me giving them any information, just by using like the transaction hash of my documents. And so, you know, the same thing when you're signing up for a website and they ask for your full identity, you don't have to send a picture of your ID online. It already has the information stored in the system, and it can fill in everything like what's my name, what's my address, how old am I, without me sending them a copy of my ID. And so the wallet with the integrated exchange is supposed to launch at the end of Q1, which we know is in a couple weeks. You can see Identity Wallet support cryptocurrency transactions, token sales, and exchange marketplace, Selfkey desktop app alpha launch. Now, you know, it's kind of a pretty crazy thing. You're thinking, like, is this really realistic? And the only reason it's realistic is because Selfkey is actually formed out of a company called KYC Chain. And KYC Chain has been doing KYCs for businesses since 2013. Like I said, the founder of Selfkey Foundation is the founder of KYC Chain. So he already has 4 years experience in doing KYCs. On top of that, as I mentioned in my write-up, look how big this team is. Like, this is 20 people. They have 25 developers. They have 15 people on their legal team. Sorry, 12. You know, you don't really see teams like this. And they have some all-star advisors, including Perlin, the IOTA founder, an Ethereum researcher, pretty important guy. We got a guy from Everix and Agrello. It says Qtum, but I didn't... he's not as related to Qtum as he is to Everix and Agrello. But so this really has, like, one of the strongest teams I've seen in crypto, and by strength I mean depth. Not, you know, they don't have 5 all-stars and that's it. They have 40 developers, 15 people on the legal team, 30 people on the business end. Like, I'm really impressed with this, especially with the evaluation. CryptoGat, could you talk about tax strategies? I don't have any tax strategies because I only trade on demo accounts, so I'm not filing any taxes for my demo accounts. But if you want to know more about tax strategies, seriously, the thing that I did here is file for an extension on, anything that you converted to USD, you pay taxes on. Anything else, you file for an extension, and there should be more clear regulations and standards coming out in the next few months. Key market cap is 37 million. I think not 70 million as you mentioned. No, the Key is 70 million and Key is 37 million. So those are the 2 coins that I looked at recently. Obviously, I'm only going to be talking about coins that I'm comfortable talking about. If you want me to look into coins, I keep saying it, but no one does it, and then they get mad that I can't talk about their coins on the stream. Go to my profile on this live stream schedule. Comment the coins that you want me to look at. See, no one. These 2 coins he commented, I added them to my list. You know, I got Poly from this list. Same thing with Key. So if you want me to talk about coins on your stream, you gotta go and comment there, or else I'm not gonna be able to research it in advance and look at it. So I'll do like 5 minutes of Q&A. So if you have any questions, write them in the comments right now, and then I'm gonna hop off. The other coin that I looked at and I did a write-up on, I didn't share the write-up yet, is GWI. I'm looking into the weed coins. I wasn't impressed with GRWI. It is a low cap for the industry compared to THC and dope, but I wouldn't recommend buying GRWI right now. I'll post that write-up after this. It's just a really short write-up. So, all right, Ethereum Classic. Do you dump pre-airdrop or do you hold for Callisto? There's no way I hold for Callisto. I will be selling mine a day or two, probably 2 days before the airdrop. I don't really care if I miss the last 20%. I don't want to get dumped on. My personal strategy is going to be sell Ethereum Classic about 2 days before the airdrop and then go on my BitMEX demo account and put in a low leverage short on ETC because it's obviously going to dump at the end, but you have to use low leverage short if you're going to do that strategy just because there will probably be a fake pump to liquidate people. Is there a bull flag forming on 1 hour chart of Link? I'm not going to answer that question. Luxor. Yeah, I'm still invested in Lux. Lux is at a really good price right now if you don't own it. You know, a lot of people are getting sad about Lux right now and they're like, oh, Lux is going down. Should I sell it? Oh, it's up 20%. But, you know, this is when I buy my stuff, is when people are like, Lux is bottom, like, I'm done, I'm just going to get rid of it. Once I start seeing that in the different groups I'm in, that's usually when I buy something, especially if I didn't buy it early. What did I just do that with? There was one coin that just everyone was shilling nonstop, and then they finally all got sick of it. Blue Zell. I just did that with Blue Zell. Like, everyone was shilling me Blue Zell. And, you know, I just couldn't buy it at the valuation. You know, people have been shilling me this. Can I do they have this on TradingView? Do they have Binance on TradingView? I don't really use TradingView yet. BLZ. They do have it. So, this is a prime example. Everyone was shilling me Blue Zell. Like, when I mean everyone, I mean I had 5 to 10 messages about Blue Zell every single day for about 3 weeks. And, you know, it got listed like 12 times ICO price. I wasn't really into it. People shilling. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down. I bought it right about here at 6,600. I think that I think the downtrend is over. Oh, well, I guess it's back in the channel that I drew. But, you know, I really don't see this going down that much more. And even if it does, like I was saying the other day, what's my risk reward level? It can go down from here before I think it really couldn't go down anymore, about another 12.5%. If it goes the other way, which I think it will, we're looking at 75%. So, you know, that's definitely some risk reward that I can get behind. And I'll be talking more about Blue Zell soon. I'll be talking more about AXP soon. I still haven't done my Lux video, and it's probably a good time because of the price. What else have I been looking at? Let me pull up, or I'll post it later, the coins that I'm looking at. Thoughts on Track? I haven't looked at Track yet, but a lot of people have been shilling me it, so I will, I'll check into it soon. Did you participate in Globotex ICO? Was it sponsored? I participated in Globotex ICO. There's some things that happen that I need to figure out, but I did participate in Globotex ICO. It was not sponsored. Anytime I do something that's sponsored, I will always let you guys know. You know, I don't get paid to do things and not tell you. Any sponsored video I've ever put out or tweet has sponsored at the end of it. Aion? You guys want Aion? Okay, so I'll talk about Aion and I'll talk about HAT and then we'll get done. Get done. Wow. My English is really, really good. So, Aion and HAT. Aion, obviously you guys know I love Aion. Finally seeing some action on it. We saw this nice breakout. Something to really look at is the volume. This is the most volume we've seen in a while. Actually, the most volume we have ever seen. Well, close to the most volume we've ever seen these last few days. I like that we made a higher low. You know, Aion is a tough one because a lot of people just won't buy it since they missed the TRS. I am one of the lucky ones who got in the TRS. If you don't know what the TRS is, don't ask me. Type in Aion TRS on Google. I've probably explained the Aion TRS 30 times. But they're putting out a lot of information about their testnet and their beta, and that's why I think the price is starting to move. Like I said, once their beta's up and they start to build their first smart bridges for ERC20 tokens, you know, this thing's going to fly. This is pretty low market cap compared to, you know, its boyfriend Icon, 300 million Icon, which was extremely overhyped. You know, it's at a way more reasonable market cap right now. I can definitely see this being worth between 1 and 1.5 billion. But, you know, I don't think their mainnet ever launched. I'm pretty sure they had to delay it. So I don't see why this is worth that much more than Aion. But when you look at Aion, you have to value in that the TRS is happening, and there will be a little bit over 150% more tokens by the end of the year. So this is really looking at like a $700 million market cap right now. Okay, last coin I said I would talk about. No, I'm not going to talk about HAT yet. I'm making a HAT video. You know, a lot of people are giving me shit about HAT. I don't see anything wrong with it. There's some FUD right now. HAT is one of the best risk-reward plays that I see out there right now. You know, when I talk about low caps and micro caps, people usually complain. I remember when I was talking about Lux when the market cap was like 700K, and everyone was just saying Lux is a scam, Lux is a scam, all this stuff. So go ahead and say HAT is a scam. I'm holding my tokens. I would rather lose my money than you know, give away the opportunity at a possible 20 to 50x. And so when I get into a microcap coin like HAT, I go into this thinking that I lost my investment. Like these low caps, specifically under 5 million, under 3 million, are the most high risk investments out there. And so unless you do a ton of research on it, you're basically gambling. But you know, some people are better at gambling. There's strategies you can use that increase your chance to beat the house, and HAT is one of the ones that I picked. You know, it's my first microcap pick in a while, and I'm gonna hold that at least for a couple months, maybe till the end of the year. They have a lot of big stuff coming out. So that is gonna be all for today. I hope you guys found this useful. If you did find it useful, smash that thumbs up. Like I said, it just helps more people see my streams. You know, the more people that see my streams, the more inclined I am to stream. And I will be on again on Tuesday. Tuesday is when I talk about all of my altcoins. So, like I said, if you want me to talk about a specific coin, I have to research it before and I have to be comfortable talking about it. So go to my profile and comment on this thread just the coin name, and I add them to a list and I do some research on it. You know, I can really only read 2 to 3 white papers a day in depth, just because I've been advising 2 projects, and on top of that, I'm working on some pretty big opportunities. So, you know, I can look at about 2 to 3 coins a day in depth, which means that I will be able to talk about 4 new coins on Tuesday. So, like I said, you want me to talk about a coin? Comment it there. The top 4 coins tomorrow night, I will make sure to put in my stream on Tuesday. And that's all, guys. I will see you on Tuesday.